Hey there, another edition of Pedal Talk, and this week we've got a special guest. If you've not heard of this nonprofit, WeRide4. It's an amazing nonprofit. It's kind of unique. It's a nonprofit that actually raises monies for other nonprofits, which is definitely different. Something I had never seen till I'd met Sharon, and that is our guest. Sharon Madison's the founder, and she runs the show at WeRide4. Welcome, Sharon. How you doing?
Gary, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with you.
Pleasure. So tell us about WeRide4. Give us
So
a rundown.
WeRide4 is a nonprofit. We ride to give, to get kids out on bikes, living a healthy lifestyle. So what we do is we work with other nonprofits to help them get the kids out on bikes. So we don't have the programs per se in our nonprofit. We help other nonprofits. So every few years we change and work with different nonprofits. The first couple of years we did Conwood Institute. They get kids into the outdoors, learn about the environment, hiking, and all those fun things. Then the last 2 years we did Lucky to Ride. Lucky to Ride also gets kids into the outdoors, and we help them run their Take a Kid Mountain Biking Day twice a year. And we'd go over to Ruby Hill, and these kids would come over there, and John set up this fabulous skills course, and he worked with these kids and got them so they were strong enough. And then we had some, I have several cycling mountain bike coaches in our club, and so they came and helped get the kids and get them going on the pump track. And then this year we changed over to the Front Rangers. So the Front Rangers help get kids out on bikes. They have a choice if they want to race or not race. But it's to get them out there and enjoy riding their bikes. And then we're working with Cycling Without Age, which is a little different than what we normally do. So Cycling Without Age, they're set up as where they have this tri-shot, and it's where they have a bike and a bucket on the front of the bike. And they usually go to senior centers and pick up all these people and take them out on the ride so they can feel the wind in their hair. So I've been trying to work with them. We're trying to figure out different ways where we can get disabled kids out there, or kids who cannot ride a bike, so they can see what it feels like to be on a bike.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of what we've been working on this year. And then we also have WeRide4 in Tucson. So we work down there. We're working with El Grupo. We work with the Pueblo Road Warriors. And then we also have a new one coming on. It's Grow Girl Grow. And they get all these girls out mountain biking, hiking. They even have them do trail work to help with that. And it's a new great organization that we're working with. And so we're busy all the time.
So I'm on Strava, obviously. I'm also on Facebook a lot. And I cannot scroll down one page on either without seeing a WeRide4 ride. How many different group rides do you guys do every week?
So we ride 6 days a week. So
Okay.
the Friday open, Friday is kind of I call it our event day. So if we do special things or social meetups or whatever, we usually kind of do those on Friday. But we do ride 6 days a week. We do road, gravel, and we're trying to bring mountain back into the swing of things. We had mountain before. It kind of faded a little bit, but one of my board members and one of our great in-kind sponsors, he's trying to bring the mountain biking back. So we're hoping that we can get it back. But, during the week, we pretty much have set rides from set places. Like Monday, we ride out of Lowry Beer Garden. And then Tuesday, we ride out of Atlas Coffee out south. But we also do pickleball on Tuesday night. So, we like to mix things up. We don't want things to get boring.
Okay, well, that's outside the riding scope. I can see that. Definitely not. It's different.
Right. We like to do different, fun things. We don't want to always be on the bike, even though we're always on the bike, so it's kind of good to do fun social events off the bike. And our members seem to really love that we have all this diversity going on.
Well, that's cool.
So Yes, and Wednesday we have our lookout route. Two of our great sponsors lead the lookout ride on Wednesday night, and then we also do the mountain bike Wednesday night. Thursday night we do our gravel ride out of Waterton Canyon, and we tailgate after, barbecue, etc. So we always have a great time on that one. And then, like I said, Friday's events, and Saturday we always do our road rides on Saturday, and then we do our gravel rides every Sunday. And we try to pick different routes all the time. We like to mix it up.
Do you go all over the state? I noticed that obviously, what was it last week? You reached out to me. I got to lead a gravel ride of yours, which is a blast. Great people.
Thank you.
You guys were just a blast to be with. But do you pick different areas for some of those rides? I know obviously the lookout ride is at Lookout, but for like the gravel ride, you try to mix it up in different areas?
Yeah, we absolutely do. We, like we go down south one weekend, and then we try to go more up north the next weekend because we have, we have members all over the metro area. But we also have members in Tennessee. We have members in Oregon. We have members in Washington. So we're kind of scattered around. And these are people who want to come do these special events, which I'll get into shortly that we do, because we do a lot of, 3-day events where we go different places, different states. But so we do change it up. Like if I do on a Saturday, let's say we do a road ride Saturday out south, then the following Saturday we move our road ride. We try to do it more, downtown Denver to north. And then we do the opposite of gravel. So last weekend we kind of had both out south, but we try to kind of mix it up between the areas again, because, we have members in Boulder, Arvada, but then we also have members down in Franktown and Parker, Castle Rock. So we have to, keep in mind and move things around. I mean, a lot of our members don't mind getting in the car driving, but you do have those members who do not like to get in their car. They want to ride from their house. So, you got to mix things up.
Yeah, it's funny. I've always been the ride from the house guy. That was just my thing. I just love to be able to open the garage door, go out. But, in Castle Rock, I've always loved it for years because you could do that. But now it is growing. I'm finding myself, I'll drive, even if it's only a few miles, just to get out of town.
Right.
And then park and do it. So, I mean, sometimes for me, it's a little bit of a safety issue.
Yes.
Just because it's crazy traffic here.
It is. It is so busy down there, which I understand. But I am the type, I will go 30 minutes, an hour to do a ride that I've never done before, to do something new.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm very, we have no problem getting into our car. I mean, like it took us 45 minutes to get, when we rode with you down to Greenland open space, but we didn't care. We were fine with it because it was a brand new fun ride we got to do with you. So
yeah, that's a great starting point for a ride.
Yes.
Because if you're doing just straight gravel roads, you can go right out east from there, from Greenland or west, and be on gravel all the live long day.
Right.
So
right.
It has become more and more fun down there. And you guys are, your riders are all over the state, it seems. I was up in Steamboat through the weekend, and I think it was day before yesterday. I'm having breakfast. I turn around, sitting at a little table. There's barely any room to walk. I turn around over my shoulder, and there's a lady behind me with a WeRide4 kit.
I knew exactly who I was.
And I was like, hey, tell Sharon hi.
Yes, we do. We do. We're very active in events. So we have a Google Doc event calendar. You're going to probably see 50 events on there. And
that's awesome.
Our people do all the events. Like this weekend was a huge weekend because we had members doing Ned Gravel. We had members who did triple bypass, and then we have members who did Tour de Steamboat. Mm-hmm. So and then we had our usual group rides that we do every weekend. But yes, you'll see members everywhere, all over the state, doing all these different events, and even going out of state. So, it's a lot of fun.
And your kits are very, subdued and quiet, so you don't see those. Said no one ever.
Right.
Yeah, I'll flash a picture up on the screen in just a moment of one of those.
Yes.
Yeah, they are definitely eye-catching.
Yes.
So
That is a key. Safety first. I cannot tell you how many cars do say thank you to us because we have the bright colored kits on. And I think it's just very important just because of all the cars out there now and how busy it is. And it does absolutely help a lot just having high vis kits. And so they will always be high vis and continue because of that. And I even had maybe 3 years ago, I think it was, I was off my bike. We all get injured here and there. So unfortunately, but I was singing for Ride the Rockies for the WeRide4 club members. I think we had, I don't know, 50 or 75 that year doing Ride the Rockies. And I sagged and just wanted to make sure everybody was safe. And I knew immediately, I'm like, oh my gosh, they could be like 2 miles up the road and I saw them. So I always knew where they were. But I was shocked at the amount of people who wear very dark clothing. I mean, it just blew me away. And a lot of them, you don't see them until you come up on them. When you're high vis, everybody sees you way, way, way in advance. So, to me, that's very important.
Well, I think it is.
Right. And taillights. The majority of I really want everybody to have taillights, but I would say probably 99% of my members do have taillights on their bikes because I think that is very important because that's another thing I noticed a lot. You can pick out a cyclist so much sooner from a car when they have a taillight flashing. So
absolutely,
that's
anything movement.
Yes.
I was even reading one study that said taillights were number 1 and 2. But you know what the other thing that really captures attention is, they say anything moving.
Yes.
So any bright thing moving. So actually loud socks.
Yes. So we have sock doping. Sock doping is a big thing within our club. So everybody always tries to see who can get the coolest socks, and have the coolest socks. But we'll see the majority of us wearing bright colored socks because of that.
Well, your latest kit, not only is it, and like I said, we'll flash it up on the screen again, but not only did I think it was definitely high vis, but the colors and just kind of reminded me if the B-52s ever had a bike team, that would be their kit. It just had that whole day glow.
Right.
And that's for people my age that remember who the B-52s are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, they are definitely very fun and very bright. And I should say, we're having a big sale right now, picking, it's not all the sizes, but, people can go to our website and shop away and buy our kit if they'd like to. So
yeah, you guys have a lot. Who makes your kits? Is that Primal?
Yes.
Primal?
Yeah, we've worked with Primal for years. So
they're great.
Yes, we have a really good reputation with them. I have great reps over there. So it's a lot of fun working with them and putting the kits and the designs together. We already have actually the 2025 kit designs. We're making
do you really?
Yeah. Yeah. I try to get everything by July. I try to make sure all the kit is designed and done because then my next step is to go, find sponsors to, help support us, to help support all these other nonprofits that we support.
That's awesome.
Yep. So that's how we bring, our money in is through memberships and then donors, sponsors, and, they are, key for us. So, we need them and they're very important to us.
Oh, sure. So how much, let me ask you this. How much money did you raise this past year?
So since we started, I can give you since we started, I'd have to go into my documents to see it broke down. But since we have started, we've donated and raised over $360,000. So we started we opened up probably May 1st of 2020, right during COVID. I used to work for 6 years. I worked for another nonprofit that decided to start a cycling club to be a marketing tool. So I helped with that and build that up. And then they closed down during COVID. And everybody came to me and said, Sharon, open up your own nonprofit and, with the cycling club. So that's what we did. And it took off. And I'm just very lucky. We have great people. We have again, great donors and sponsors, to help us keep things going. But, it's been great helping so many organizations and just sharing the love with them.
Well, that is awesome. So, and then you guys do a big fundraiser once a year, don't you?
We do. So
as a matter of fact,
we do. I know we're working on that now, trying to get auction items. So if anybody knows any restaurants or has anything to donate, businesses, whatever, we'd be happy to take them. So we're very lucky. Audi Denver is one of our in-kind sponsors, and they donate their showroom to us. They've been fabulous partners for years. And so it's on October 4th at Audi Denver, and it starts at 6 o'clock. And we do a silent auction and we do a live auction. And, Vibe Concepts will be doing our food, which is great. My nephew actually is one of the executive chefs for them. They have T Street and all these restaurants around town, and they are awesome. They have been very generous to it. We did a food and spirit tasting, which we auction off every year, last year in February, and they did the food and was just off the charts. So that was great. But so that is a big, big event for us, and everybody is invited. Again, we'd love to have everybody come to that event. It's awesome.
And can they find out about that on your website?
Yes. I don't know if we have we should have our ticket thing up there. I did just talk to a new web person about getting that up there, one of those, but we don't have that up there yet.
Okay.
But anyway, anybody could reach out to Sharon at WeRide4.org, and then I would be happy to send them the link to where they can buy tickets. Or I could put people on our database because I send emails out a lot on different things. And we also, we do have all the links in there. And our Facebook page, WeRide4 Cycling Club, they could ask to join that, and they'll find a lot of posts in there on the big event.
So what does it take to be a member? Just to be a member, being able to go on the group rides, be able to have fun?
Yeah, it's $250 a year to be a member. Along with that membership, you get a jersey, and then you get a tax donation receipt for $150. Use Team Snap, and that's where we post all our rides, all our events. We post where you park, we start the ride. We post the route. So it's a lot of intensive information that they can get. We also do 3-day events several times a year. So like Thursday, we're all heading to Carbondale. We're doing a 3-day road event up in Carbondale. So now if you are a member, you do not have to pay that registration fee that all these events charge. So that's a big thing that you get. The only thing we ask you to pay is we use Summit Cycle Solutions, for our support for all these events. And so you do have to pay the $189. And what they do all the support out there. They drop aid stations, they have food, and they drive the course the whole time during the day to make sure everybody is safe and no one has mechanicals or issues.
That's awesome.
So we have that one. And then in the beginning of August, the first weekend in August, we're going to Sheridan, Wyoming, and we're doing a gravel event up there. So that'll be a lot of fun. Last year, we went to Custer, South Dakota. We also went to Bentonville this year. We did a week in Bentonville, Arkansas. That was really fun. Did a gravel week down there.
I had a couple friends that just moved down there, and they just love it.
That community is amazing. I mean, John says, I want to move here. It is a community with fabulous people and the most friendliest cars ever. And I think the Walton family has just instilled that into that whole community. And we met the most lovely, wonderful, just the most wonderful people there.
That's cool.
Yes. So you really get a lot for your membership. I mean, if you really think about it, with all the other events we do, all the rides that we offer, I mean, gym memberships are $250 a month. Ours
No
is
kidding.
for a whole year. So it's a fabulous deal. And I know a lot of people sometimes thinks it's very expensive. And I'm like, okay, no, think of it as a gym membership. It is very, very reasonable, because they get so much for that membership. Plus they're helping, their money goes to a good cause. I mean, they're helping
Mhm.
so many of these young kids. So it's not just about being a member, it's about the philanthropic, of, everything we do and giving. And, we also have a lot of volunteer opportunities. I mean, so, when people reach out to me and if organizations need volunteers for stuff, I just put a shout out. And my members, I mean, I could get 25 members, in less than 10 hours because they're just a great community that is very giving. So,
Mhm. That's very, very cool. And how many members do you have now?
So we're around 275. We've kind of been going between 275 and 300.
Mhm.
We we have said that our max would be 400. And the reason is because we're about community and we all, you become good friends. I mean, you saw that on that ride. I mean, you saw
Oh,
all
yeah.
those wonderful people who came and everybody, there's some people who didn't know other people, and like you, and you met all these new people. And we are about, it's a sense of community. So we don't want to take away from that,
Yeah, one thing I noticed, it was not just about the ride. We talked all the way down there. When we got to the end or the turnaround, we hung out for a while. And I think we were back in the lot when the last four of us got back. We were hanging out for an hour, just chatting.
Right.
Just,
And then,
just great. Just so nice.
yes,
The guys are so nice.
they are great. And a big group of them just also went into Castle Rock to Great Divide, and they all went there and had lunch together. So we do that after a lot of rides. We'll go have, dinner, lunch, whenever the ride
Mhm.
is. So we all get together after the ride. So that's also a great, it's part of just being part of the community. So,
Very
it is
cool.
it's been a lot of fun. I have met such amazing, great people. Um, and, we love doing it. And we also just love helping the kids and being involved with all these kids and just, giving them a chance to experience what we experience, take for granted, you
Mhm.
know. So, it's great that we can do that and help out with that.
That's awesome. So, is there anything fun on the horizon that you're planning this year that you haven't told anybody about? Anything? Come on. Spoiler
Well,
alert.
right. Spoiler alert. Um,
Put
I
you on the spot.
we're always, we're already planning, our gravel and road events for next year because we have to plan over a year ahead because we want Summit Cycle Solutions to be there to support us. So their
Sure.
calendar is kind of as busy and crazy as our calendar. So we do kind of plan ahead on things that we're doing there. But we always have in our emails and everything, I always have saved the date for all these different things we're doing. We are actually the end of July going up to Breckenridge. So every year we do this event with Biked Goods. And Biked Goods is they help get, kids out on bikes up there and support the kids. And Tyler is unbelievable. So last year, and it was only, I think $25, could be 50 because we've done a couple different events with them. But we go up there, we get the whole community. I think we had 35 people last year. And we had some people went and did gravel. We went at Boris Pass. Other people did road, and a couple people did mountain. And then we started out together, and then we grouped up afterwards. And Tyler made all this very healthy, fabulous, wonderful home cooked meals. And it was wonderful. So we were doing that the last Saturday in July. And then the following week, we go to, like I mentioned, Sheridan, Wyoming. And then we're partners with the Colorado's Ride. So then we have the Colorado's Ride. And then John and I have to Zoom after that to a wedding. And then I don't know what else. We have events that are coming up the end of the year that we're doing down in Tucson for El Grupo. And then we have El Tour de Tucson. We'll have a tent up down there. So it's never ending. I mean, our calendar, we keep it very, very full. So there's always stuff for people to do. And
That's
always,
awesome.
things for, places and events for people. There's always people out there to ride with. There's like not an event you're going to do by yourself. You're always going to have other members riding with you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So if somebody's interested in getting involved, what's the first step? How do they
there's several different ways they could do it. They could do Sharon at WeRide4.org. They could reach out to me that way. They should go to our website and check it out and see what we're all about. And I would say the key thing to look at on our website is year in review. So they can see every month all the wonderful things we have done the last 4 years. All you do, you look at year in review, you're going to see a lot. So it's WeRide4.org is our website.
Yep. And I'll flash it on the very end of this. I'll put it up there, make sure at the end of this video.
Great. Thank you. And then they also could go to, like I said, our Facebook page is, We Ride for Cycling. It could be We Ride for Cycling Denver. But we immediately come up on, Facebook. We post a lot there. We are a closed group, but just answer the few questions and I'll let you in. And then you can learn a lot about us, on our Facebook page. We're also on LinkedIn and we're also on Instagram. So there's, many ways to find out about us and, everything that we do. But I just think that year in review is really a great piece just to give everybody kind of an idea and a feel who we are and what we do. So, I recommend just going there and reading that.
Awesome.
So anyway, it's a great community and everybody could come try us out for a ride. I mean, come try us out for one ride. I just ask you to sign our waiver, but, come check us out and see what you think and, see if we're the right fit for you. Or
for pickleball.
Right. Or go just come play pickleball, we love our donors. We love our sponsors. I mean, if anybody would like to become a sponsor, they could go on our jersey. So we have our sponsors on front of our jersey, back of our jersey, the pockets, the sleeves. We have a lot of spots, so if anybody's curious about a sponsorship with us and what it entails, please reach out to me. I'm happy to, tell you about our sponsorships and, what we have to offer there.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh my gosh, Gary, it was so great to be on and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, it's been a great time. You're one of the first people I met with this type of an organization when I first started Colorado Avid Cyclists. So it's fun to circle back and just see the growth of you while I've been growing as well. But I'm really excited for what you're doing and being a part of it in this coming year. So
thank you.
We're going to be able to do some fun stuff together and we'll keep promoting you. And if there's anything we can do, definitely reach out to me directly.
Absolutely. No, we look forward to keep working with you and doing fun rides and fun things with you. And we are, like you mentioned, we are different. We're not a typical nonprofit, so, we're a nonprofit that does have a cycling club, intertwined with it. So, so we love that we have made ourselves a little different. So we just stand out there a little bit more. So
I think that's cool because it keeps people, you've got a lot of nonprofits and then you just hear of them or, you're kind of aware of the fundraiser, certain things you're involved in. But yours is so unique because, like you said, it keeps you engaged physically 6 out of 7 days a week.
Right.
So to have that group, it's, I think it's awesome that you're engaged with the nonprofit all year, every day.
Yes.
Except on your rest day.
Right.
Right. I think it is amazing. I really do. I've enjoyed it. And I've enjoyed talking to you. And Like I said, I really, really appreciate your time,
Thank you.
and I look forward to having you on here again.
Great. I look forward to it. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you very much. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.